Everybody wants veneers. It's almost starting to be like, if you get big white teeth, you can start getting money or something. In our community, it's an epidemic now, y'all. People want big white veneers.
Welcome to the Lazy and Lock'd channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, as usual, thank you for your subscription and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we're going to take a step aside from locks and talking locks and lock maintenance and all of that. And we're actually going to talk about teeth today. The reason why I want to talk about this topic is because I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but outside of making lock content, my profession in my industry is in dentistry. So I want to talk about this unfortunate news that I came across involving someone in the dental industry or posing as somebody in the dental industry who has been arrested. And I kind of just want to give my viewpoints on the situation. Right now, I have so many mixed emotions about it. And I kind of just want to vent, rant, and just bring this out to my channel because, again, this is a very near and dear topic to me. And I'm very solution-based as well. So I also want to present a solution for those of you who may be watching and depend on these type of services. I probably can help you because I decided to take on my own form of creating smiles and making people feel beautiful. Some of you already have been sporting my work. Shout out to Shay, which is a day one supporter on this channel. And she just shows me so much love on the piece that I created for her. But for those of you who may want something to alter or enhance your smile, even if it's for an occasion, let me introduce you to Luxury Cuspids. And this is my chest of all my designs. I think I have about 15 designs that I created thus far. And it's pretty much a dental adornment jewelry line. I do have one piece that I want to showcase for this video because I think it's so befitting. I actually created a piece for people who are missing teeth. Now, this is for me as the model because I model a lot of work off of me for future designs and inspo. But this piece right here is for somebody who lost their teeth in the front. And it's actually adorned with stones. And I'm going to put it in my mouth now so you can kind of get a feel of what it looks like. So this is my teeth without it. And this is what it looks like with it in. I do have a little bit of a lisp as well because my occlusion has been changed slightly due to the millimeter difference. But you can see how this could be so helpful for somebody. So if you or anybody you know has been suffering from maybe some teeth that needs to get repaired, and this isn't a removable appliance, so this is nothing that's permanently fixed to the teeth. It's almost like a snap-on smile, but I'm sure that this will make somebody feel so much better, so much more confident in their smile, having something like this. Luxury Cuspids, if you're interested, go on Instagram and send me a DM at Luxury Cuspids. We'll do a consultation and all of that. But let's get back to the topic on hand. First disclaimer I'm going to put out is that I am not a dentist. I do have a degree in restorative dentistry and I am board certified currently with a certification under restorative dentistry. What I do is I work very closely with dentists as their consultants on different types of ways that they could go about their cases with their patients. My work is on a model, and that's as far as it goes. In some cases, I would be able to be chairside with the dentist and see the dentist seat my appliance or anything that I'm making for that patient in their mouth, but I cannot, due to the extent of my certification and my degree, go in and do anything to alter the hard tissues of the mouth. So that's kind of what I do. And I'll get into a little bit more of that in the video. But first disclaimer is I'm not a dentist. Second thing is, I'm not going to speak too much into the details of this person and my relations with this person because currently they are under the cell, to my understanding, and I don't want to say anything or put anything out there that is going to incriminate them or put them in a worse situation. This is not an exposed video of the least. I'm just giving an account of the facts that I know and my experience to kind of just give an overall conversational piece to this video. And third disclaimer is, this is an opinion video. It's an opinion video, so you're free to comment and voice your opinions and stuff that you want to say around the topic. But I'm probably going to treat this video like I did my I Quit Interlocking video, where I'm not going to be responding back too much in the comment section, only because I want people to freely speak. And I don't want to feel as if I'm, agreeing with one person, I don't respond, I'm not agreeing, or because it's not an agreement or not agreement. It's more so of just how I feel about the situation. And you can definitely feel free to go in the comment section. All comments are definitely welcomed, whether it's liked, unliked, indifferent, do you agree, disagree, you're free to comment. Without further ado, let's get into the video. If you are somewhat in the beauty space on social media, if you're into nails, lash tech, if you're an eyebrow tech, anything techie that has to do with beauty and care, you probably would have came across a very popular veneer specialist based out in Atlanta, Georgia. Brandon Dillard is a very popular, very well-known veneer tech specialist in Atlanta, Georgia. And I do want to make this point as well. There is no such thing as a veneer tech in dentistry. There's no such title. A veneer tech is just something that this industry of doing veneers came up with to identify the services being rendered, but there's no such thing as being trained or certified. And usually people who get their certifications, they get it from other people who took courses from other people. What he does is veneers. So he does the composite veneers. So a lot of times, you see the Hollywood smile, the people with the very nice teeth. That's what he does. I'm not sure if he does porcelain. I do believe he do porcelain, which that can be very tricky because with porcelain, you actually have to shave back some of the teeth. And if you are not licensed as a dentist, if you're not a medical dentist to do that, then you are absolutely outside of the scope of whatever business model you have.
Now to a Channel 2 Action News exclusive. The man prosecutors say made millions doing dental work without a license or medical training had his first appearance before a judge today. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray broke the story of his arrest Thursday on Channel 2 Action News at 6. He's live in Northeast Atlanta with new information. Justin.
Yeah, and investigators were back out here again, pulling evidence out of A1 Smiles Atlanta. We were in court where we learned that prosecutors say that Brandon Dillard was sent a cease and desist letter from the state dental board all the way at the beginning of the year, but allegedly ignored it. And that's when the Fulton County District Attorney stepped in.
I am leaving it in no bond status based on the fact that I believe he will continue to commit these acts.
No bond for Brandon Dillard. We were there in court at the Fulton County Jail as Dillard traded the scrubs of what the Fulton County District Attorney says was his illegal dental practice for a prison jumpsuit.
I do believe he poses a risk, and risk isn't necessarily he's out there with a gun shooting people. Risk is also when you are practicing medicine or dentistry without the proper licenses, things can go horribly wrong.
Channel 2 Action News was there exclusively Thursday as police and DA investigators raided A-List Smiles Atlanta. To his 157,000 Instagram followers, Brandon Dillard promoted himself as Atlanta's top veneer specialist and trainer. But he's now facing 8 felony charges, including practicing dentistry and medicine without a license and theft by deception.
I actually had the pleasure of meeting Brandon about a year or two ago. And I went out to Georgia to his studio because as somebody that's in the field of restorative dentistry and anything that has to do with making somebody smile beautiful and making them feel confident in their smile, I like to be on site, like what's going on. I like to frequent dental conventions. So at this time, when being a veneer tech was the popular thing that was happening, I was like, I want to see what this is about, and who to see than the person who's on top, right? Doing what it do. I went out to Georgia and I actually met him. I acquainted myself with him and his team. And I was out there for about like 2 or 3 days, just literally getting my hands on everything that entails in this process. Now, I do want to say that I've graduated and got my degree and certifications all the way back in 2021. So I didn't go to him for any services per se, nor did I go to him to kind of really learn anything new. I just wanted to see what was going on out there. Again, that's just me in this industry, in dentistry, especially restorative. You always gotta be up to date on technology and stuff that's going on in the dental field. Once I met him, besides the rhetoric that's online about him and, you know, the charges that he's facing, he is such an adorable person. There is not a vindictive bone that I detected in this man's body. If you look at his work, I'm gonna just say it like this, and I've been and seen a lot of different dentists' work. For somebody who did not go to school, who's not licensed to practice dentistry, that we can say is the truth, right? Facts is facts. He has some amazing work and he has done some amazing transformations. For the most part, if we're looking at aesthetic and we're looking at customer service and pretty much how he structured what he did and how he built what he built, I mean, his space is flawless. My experience with him, being a person just meeting him for the first time, getting a glimpse of his business model, and literally walking into a space that when he gave us a backstory of how he got there, it wasn't like he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Not no trust fund baby. Where he came from, the real story behind how he built what he built. It was just so inspiring because he built what he built. Under the guise of not being licensed and practicing as a dentist without being licensed and being trained formally, I do feel like the social media is dragging it just a little bit. And of course you would, because you get clicks and baits and views. I don't know, I'll probably have a clickbait title with this video, who knows? But I feel like there definitely was a drag, and just the way that they made it seem as if he was pretending to be a dentist. I can tell you right now, first thing that came out of his mouth is, I'm not a dentist, I'm not a dentist, I'm not a dentist. And if a person verbally expresses to you that they are not something, then, and it's also in writing. So it's like you have the verbal expression and then you also have the consent and agreement that you're not this person, then that's what it is. And a person that's going in for that service, if they decide that they still want to go ahead and have those services done, knowing, right, it has been expressed by both parties and understood by both parties that you're not a dentist, you're not here to diagnose or do anything that an actual dentist is supposed to do. This is purely cosmetic. The person going in for the services should have the freedom to make that decision if they want to go ahead and get those services or not. So this is kind of where I'm perplexed about the whole situation with him. I don't want people out here doing things that's going to hurt other people. So there has to be an accountability in this country, because people could just do whatever they want and not be held accountable. But I think that's part of the problem why we're having these issues, because people just can't afford it. Like, people can't afford to get veneers. I was looking in the market. Actually, I have my phone right here. I'm going to see what is the average cost to get composite veneers. I would say 8 on 8. What is the current price to get a set of composite veneers from a licensed dentist in 2024? let's see what the price is. So it says, on average, porcelain veneers range from $1,000 to $3,000 per tooth, whereas composite veneers cost between $800 and $950 per tooth. Okay, that's what's here, and that's based on drstonedds.com. This stuff gets very expensive. Like, I just want to kind of just show this stuff gets extremely expensive. It's just unfortunate. I do see it from both sides. I mean, if there is a demand for something and you can supply it and you can make money off of it, that's literally called doing business. But at the same time, if you are maliciously going after certain people who you know don't have the knowledge to make a cognizant decision based on their resources or whatever the case may be, then that might be a problem that deserves some type of reprimand. There's people out here who's literally doing, I call them basement veneers. They're doing tours, they're going in hotel rooms. It's like a whole underground business. And another thing to keep in mind is when it comes to things that's underground, a lot of times it means that you're not paying taxes on these underground things, meaning that you cutting Uncle Sam outside of the mix. And Uncle Sam don't like when you don't include him in your business because he wants his cut. So I think it was probably a lot of that going on too. We have to do more with having access to care. Insurance companies usually just want to cover the bare minimum. Okay, if you have a cavity, let's fill the cavity. If you have to pull a tooth, we're going to pull a tooth. If you don't want things like this to happen, then you need to do more to allow insurance companies to process and pay for cosmetic work. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm going to keep personally following this story because it is my industry. But in the meantime, in between time, make sure you all are taking care of your teeth. Make sure you're taking care of your oral health. I don't know what more to say about this situation, so I'm going to end the video now. But thank you all so much for watching. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, be good, take care of your oral health, and I'll see you all in the next video. Be safe. Take care. Bye.